Hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today is my Monthiversary here on YouTube. So I just want to thank you for subscribing, for watching my videos. And if you have not subscribed, I would really appreciate it if you do. I'm going to hopefully get this video up and published in time before it hits midnight Pacific, because I would really like to get 5,000 subscribers by midnight. So if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Also, hit the bell. Someone told me about a bell that you're supposed to hit. I'm still pretty new to YouTube, so I don't really know what things mean. And I'm still trying to kind of get my bearings together, but I guess hitting the bell is important. And yeah, if you would like to support this show, I would appreciate your support. You can go to Patreon, and this would allow me to do the show full time, which would be really great. Right now, it's difficult to do, and it's a lot of work. And if you support the show on Patreon, you do get some behind the scenes stuff, some vlogs, and kind of join my Facebook community, my private Facebook group. So I would appreciate that support. The link is all down below. All right, let's talk about what we're going to talk about today on the show. Amy Klobuchar, she has announced that she's running for president. She's also claimed that she is a progressive. She said that tonight on Rachel Maddow's show. Rachel said, "Are you a centrist or a moderate or what?" She goes, "I'm a progressive." She is literally the most centrist Democrat that you could find, and she's calling herself a progressive. Okay, Amy. Okay. Also, what is a progressive? We're going to talk about that. I would like to get your definition, but wait, do not comment on this video. Wait for that video. I want to get your comments. What do you define? How do you define being a progressive? We will talk about that. And today, yesterday and today, Representative Ilhan Omar from Minnesota has been under fire. People are claiming that she made some anti-Semitic comments. Really, she was just telling the truth. And now she's being attacked. And we're going to go over the anti-Semitic comments she apparently said, and also the stunning documentary that was done that really exposes exactly what she was talking about, and it will make your stomach churn. Okay, but first, before we go into all of that, I did a video. The last video I did was about Bernie and Elizabeth Warren and the comparison between the two, because so many people who are not really attuned to the progressive movement, you know, they're kind of new, or they're still kind of waking up to what's going on. Many of them cannot tell the difference between Elizabeth Warren and Bernie Sanders. They see the two, they hear the talking points, and they just think they sound the same. You know, what is the difference between the two of them? So I did a video showcasing the differences between them for kind of the average non-progressive person. And you guys had some words. You guys had some words. I just want to share some of your comments. Here's one. Elizabeth Warren will fold like a cheap suit when pressed on items like non-intervention wars, Med for All, or a living wage. Ouch. She's got to fold like a cheap suit. So it says, what are the differences? Bernie has integrity. He shows up and fights for what he believes in 100% of the time and throughout his career. Warren, Elizabeth claimed to have the same values, but chose to back Clinton instead. She chose her career over fighting for someone who could have made a difference. She could have stood up and supported Standing Rock, her people, but chose not to. I support people whose actions speak louder than words. Elizabeth has the words, but her actions fall short way too often on matters that truly count. A couple of more comments I got. Elizabeth Warren is weak. She did not have the courage to stand up to the Clinton machine in 2016 when she could have made a difference by standing up against corruption. Now she's waffling on what it means when she says she supports Medicare for all, and now she's open to tweaking the Republican Affordable Care Act. Here's the last comment I'll share with you. I don't think I'm alone in finding a big difference that was not mentioned in this video. While I greatly appreciate Elizabeth Warren and those clips you showed me from earlier, the clips you showed from earlier today were very encouraging. There's just a quality Bernie and Tulsi share that is very rare among politicians. Something about the way they speak, their past actions, and ways they don't speak just hit home really hard. A believability that they are extremely genuine and from the heart. Yeah, I mean, I like Elizabeth Warren. I still like Elizabeth Warren. She's not my first pick. She's not even my second pick. But I like her. And I like what she's talking about, because I think the American people really need to hear it. So for me, it's really important that someone like Elizabeth Warren, who has a big platform and a spotlight on her, and she is going to get some mainstream media attention. I like that she's standing up and saying the system is crooked. The system is broken. It's against you. It's it's rigged. I think we need people like Elizabeth Warren and more people like her to stand up and say it. and mean it. I think Elizabeth Warren means it. That's what I like about her. Now, I hear these other politicians, like, for example, we're going to talk about Amy Klobuchar next. And, she's out there saying, yeah, we've got to fight against dark money in politics. And, and it's so completely disingenuous coming from her. Whereas someone from Elizabeth Warren has been fighting that her entire professional career. So for her, she's genuine. Now, is she genuine on the other things like Medicare for all? And no, she's not. I mean, she's already said in the past that she's not for those policies. She's kind of a newer convert to that because she knows that this is what the people want. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you that. And that's kind of what I said in the video. If she got into office, what would be her, and if she had to pick one thing, because that's what you have to do when you're president, you really only get to pick a couple of pet things. What are the things she's going to pick? It's probably not going to be things like Medicare for all. She's probably going to waffle on that. And yeah, I mean, but like I said, I like her. I like that she's sharing the message she's sharing. I think that it's important people do understand Bernie's record and Tulsi's record in comparison to Elizabeth Warren. And of course, as time goes on, I'll be talking a lot about that and doing more comparisons so that people can really kind of open up their eyes. But, Elizabeth Warren is sharing a great message that the American people need to hear. But I hope when push comes to shove that she does not end up splitting the progressive vote, which I think is possible because she could get a lot of those newbie progressives who don't really understand, and that would be problematic, right? So we definitely want to that's what we got to look out for. But in the meantime, it's a good message she's sharing. But I get it. You guys don't like her. You guys really do not like her. Okay. Coming up, we're going to talk about Amy Klobuchar. She's announced that she's running for president. Who is Amy? What is she about? Is she a progressive like she claimed tonight on Rachel Maddow? We're going to talk about that.